We are at the southern tip of Africa.
We're here to announce our next adventure.
We don't know when.
But we do know where.
We do know how.
Yes, we just have to wait for Omicron to let us out. We're heading to South America, from the southern tip of Africa to the southern tip of South America. That's on our next adventure. It's coming as soon as we can get out of Africa.
On a 40-hour flight as soon as travel restrictions was lifted. Cape Town to Doha to Sao Paulo to Santiago de Chile. The great South American adventure started. And now, 3 years later and 40,000 kilometers on the road, we've made so many new friends. And we had the southern tip of South America in our sights.
Border hopping. We have to exit Argentina, enter Chile for a while. Corinne has to eat the last of tomato because you're not allowed to take fresh fruit, vegetables, and unprocessed meats, cheese over the border. And then we have to take a ferry in Chile, and then we have to exit Chile and go back into Argentina. All on the way to the end of the world. So let's make sure our paperwork is ready and get ourselves out, our car out. Let's go.
We were traveling through a big open semi-arid landscape with enormous sheep farms scattered along the gravel road. We did scare quite a few of Patagonian hare that was feeding along the road, but driving here is not without risk.
And we've been seeing a lot of rolled cars next to the road last few days, and this is the first one where we see where they actually is a fresh one. Car rolled on a very straight gravel road, and we just quickly asked him if they need anything from our medical kit. Because there's 2 injured people, and we just want to make sure that we can't maybe help them with some of our grab bags. So could you help them?
I gave him some gauze and
No bandages.
there's a baby that's crying and she's got a head injury. The cops just arrived. The mom is lying there. I don't know what.
Yeah, on a straight gravel road. Yeah, maybe they came through here.
No, but
Yeah.
why did people drive so fast? Anyway, let's go.
Yeah, so lessons learned, don't drive fast even on a gravel road and it's straight, or especially on a gravel road even if it's straight, and always carry a grab bag of essential medical supplies. If you don't help yourself, you can always help somebody else. Yeah, car looks in tatters, but let's hope for the best.
Yeah, so they definitely came
Let's
this
go.
way.
And today we have to hop over the Magellan or Magellan, I'm not sure of the English pronunciation, the Magellan Strait, as we push on further south. There is quite a queue on the ferries every half an hour, and we might run into the gringos Leah and Travis here. They are sort of on the same time schedule as us, and we are pushing south together. But there's quite a queue. We're not sure how big the ferry is and how many vehicles it can take.
We met up with Leia and Travis at the ferry, 2 Americans that we met at our Christmas gathering and that we had a braai with the previous night, and we would be traveling with them until Ushuaia.
We were lucky enough to be the last car allowed on the ferry, so it's not a bad wait at all.
Nice.
It smacks of the sea. There's loads of space.
Oh, jij kan het zien.
Ja. Hola. That was very quick and very painless, and we are off. Ciao.
Off the ferry.
Oh no, it's the gringos again. Don't run him over, honey. He's a nice gringo. The ferry, and we are in a convoy again with, this time at least it's a Toyota, not a Mitsubishi. With Travis and Leia behind us, heading again for another border crossing, and then we're going to find a home for the night. As we expected, it's afternoon and the wind is starting to pick up. We have looked at the weather because the weather has become quite a bit more important to us, and it's going to be less windy. It's still in the 30 kilometers an hour range, but at least it's less windy. So it's a 150 kilometer drive, and then it's back over to Argentina. And slowly we are getting closer to the end of the world, while camping along the coast as we crawl closer, luckily with the wind.
Yes, in our favor.
Yes, the winds are in our favor as we keep crawling with the Opus crew ahead of us. Today we're following them. Yesterday they were all behind us.
And today we've got a shorter drive. Yesterday we crossed 2 borders and 1 channel.
The Strait.
The Strait.
The Magellan Strait. Hopefully we've got the pronunciation ready. And we are heading off to camp at another wild camp close to the shipwreck Desdemona. Let's head out.
That evening we found a corner with some wind protection and had a lovely evening chatting away with the gringos and Brian, or barbecuing and sharing the secrets of a perfect braaibroodjie, which is a toasted bread with cheese, onion and tomato grilled on the fire.
It's another fantastic day on the coast heading to the end of the world, and we are at the Desdemona shipwreck. And now we are pushing on further south. We're looking for another wild camp in this wind-blown stark but extremely beautiful
The sun
landscape.
came out as we left the Desdemona and the wildflowers opened up as we pushed further south. It was as if Patagonia was showing us her best side and welcoming us to Terra del Fuego.
Reason 5,250 that I love Argentina is the churros, or the sweet meats, the sweet stuff that you buy at a bakery, better known as a panaderia. And there is a world famous La Nueva Union panaderia here in the small town of Tolhuin, and we had to pop in and see what they have to offer.
Churros?
Churros,
That's
yes.
great.
I was looking for
They
it.
look good.
Yes. Just what I was in the mood for. See.
Dulce de leche. Salt.
Much better than in Buenos Aires.
Les dice que son mejores de los de Buenos Aires.
Ah, bien. ¿Usted habla español?
Yo sí. Soy de los Estados Unidos.
Churros and pastries of a wide variety are sold in bakeries all over Argentina. La Union had enormous variety to choose from, all made fresh on the premises. But Ushuaia was less than 100 kilometers away and our excitement was slowly growing as we approached the big milestone in our travel adventures.
And we're off the boarding tower again. Our last stop before we change the world. Heading to a little beach and some nice seafood, hopefully. You're looking forward to your last night before the end of the world?
Yes.
We found a great wild camp under a tree and next to some wild horses grazing, overlooking the Beagle Channel. The scenery was spectacular and the weather top-notch as we relaxed and contemplated the adventures, people and places that we've experienced on the road through South America. The struggles we've had to go through to get here gave us a great sense of accomplishment.
Morning from the shores of the Beagle Channel. It's a beautiful morning. I was forced out of bed, involuntary, but it was well worth it. Look at this beautiful sunset. I'm not awake yet. Look at this beautiful sunrise we're having. And it's the final stretch to the
End of the world.
as we know it, and we feel fine. So we're leaving our home for the night and heading to Ushuaia. Let's go.
We met up with the gringos for the last 30 Ks before we got to Ushuaia and the end of the world.
So it's 30 Ks to go to Ushuaia. And yeah, how do you feel like driving 45,000 Ks across South America?
Oh, yeah. No, I can't really believe I did 45,000 kilometers.
Safely, driving like a champ.
Only one slow puncture.
Yes, thank you very much. It's much appreciated.
Pleasure.
Yeah, and now we must go and take a picture and then we can turn around. And who must we say thank you to? Tavatini. Driving like a champ through all these roads.
Yeah, he must have been swearing at us at some stages over this bloody mountain. Again.
Crossing the Andes multiple times, crossing the continent multiple times from east to west and west to east, and once from the north coast of Colombia to where we are heading now. Only 5 Ks to go. Let's go and see the sign.
Slowly the reality set in that all the planning, months of stress and hard work has led us from the southern tip of Africa to the southern tip of South America. It was great sharing this moment with Travis and Leia.
So was it worth it?
Yes.
How many kilometers? Or how many, whatever you call it, miles?
Just over 22,000.
And every kilometer is worth it?
Every kilometer.
Yeah, absolutely.
You better say yes. Otherwise you're going to be in trouble.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay, fantastic.
So we stopped for the compulsory pictures at the world famous sign and then headed into town to play tourist for the day. We spent our last night with the gringos at a wild camp overlooking the Beagle Channel, looking for whales and dolphins and sharing their great company. Thank you, Travis and Leia. It was great traveling with you for a few days.
So it's time to mail the postcards to our patrons, as we are at the courier of the end of the world. A little bit of a queue, but not too crazy. So before Karin takes her hike, let's do the postcards.
We sent off postcards to our premium Patreon supporters, people that's been supporting us financially and that we are internally grateful for. We had to deal with a very grumpy postman at the post office at the end of the world. But eventually we got all the postcards and our passports stamped with this unique postmark. Then it was time to lick, stick and pop them in the post box to scatter them all over the globe, from Taiwan to New York to Johannesburg. We did not know how long it would take to get there, but we could just hope for the best. To make sure, we can say thank you to our
I'm
patrons.
cooking lunch here in the Terra del Fuego campsite, and look who walks up to the car. I don't think it's a good thing that they are so used to humans, but I don't think they're being fed, but they might be stealing food. I'm cooking a delicious chili con carne, and that might have attracted it.
A very good morning from Terra del Fuego National Park at the southern tip of South America. It's a crisp, sunny morning. The birds are out. I haven't seen any bees. And it's the start of our last part of our great South American adventure. For the first time we have turned around and we are backtracking. Over the next few weeks we will be cruising up along the Argentinian coast looking for armadillos and penguins before we head back to Santiago de Chile to hand over our car to the new owners and to fly back to Mama Africa. We are up the earliest in a while. Corinne is still waking up. I'm half awake. We spent another lovely night camping. And now it is 3,300 kilometers ahead of us. Meeting up with some friends on the road. We are trying to meet up with as many people as we can, but we will at least meet up with the La Tortuga crew in about 2 days' time, 500 to 600 km north of here. Are you ready for the long drive and you ready to find armadillos?
I'm ready to find armadillos.
And penguins?
And penguins, macaroni penguins.
So let's go. We are half awake. Let's hit the road.
That's a story for another time. Please head over to patreon.com/Fearless on 4 Wheels to subscribe and get these videos first and view them ad-free. Or like and subscribe this video to support our channel. Thank you for watching.